Piers Morgan has immersed himself in the debate over the N-word here in the United States. And a few years ago, he actually wrote an article, or I should say an op-ed piece, in the Daily Mail arguing that people who use the N-word should probably face serious consequences. In the United States, we have free speech that protects hate speech in some cases, and he's basically saying, well, maybe that's a bad idea, and maybe that's exactly what leads to racist attitudes. Now, he tweeted about this on Twitter after the South Carolina shooting, and he says the following: the N-word is used 500,000 times a day on Twitter alone, mostly by young black Americans. How does that help get rid of this hideous word? I don't think anyone should use the N-word. This apparently makes me a racist, ludicrous. And then he also says, what would I do with white people who use the N-word? Jail them.
Jesus.
Okay, so let's stop right there. He's taking it to a very extreme place. Now, I agree with him that the N-word shouldn't be used, in that type of way. But I don't think that we should put people behind bars for using words that we don't agree with. I think that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, okay, so when he says, hey, listen, I don't think black folks should use it either, I don't think it's a good idea, I think there's nothing wrong with that opinion. Mm-hmm. He gets to have his opinion. If you want to use it and you say butt out, that's nothing wrong with that opinion either, right? Does it make him a racist to say that he thinks even black people shouldn't use it? No, that doesn't make him a racist. Okay, don't be ridiculous. Now, speaking of ridiculous, look, he might have a different perspective on this because as an American, as a real American, when I hear anybody talking about getting jailed for using a word, I'm out. No way. No way. First Amendment, etc. He's from the UK, of course, and so he might have a little different perspective on it. And in Europe, yeah, if you use hate language, you can go to jail, and depending on the country, obviously. But Germany has very strict laws against using hate speech. That'll get you prison time. Right? Mm-hmm. And so in America, it's different, obviously, but he's challenging that conventional wisdom.
I like that he's challenging the conventional wisdom, even though I don't agree with what he would do. But just to play devil's advocate for a second, I do wonder what kind of impact it would have on society if you do ban certain types of language, because we know how much propaganda seeps into the way people think about certain groups of people. So if you ban that type of propaganda, what would the country look like 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Again, I'm not in favor of banning that type of language, but there could be a possible positive side effect as a result of that.
So in Germany, for example, obviously anti-Semitic words are banned, and the culture has improved. There's 1,000 different factors, right? Yeah. And obviously, boy, it only had room to grow up, right, in terms of how bad the anti-Semitism in Germany was. And then some people come back and say, well, that's not a fair comparison between America and Germany because we have so many different races, religions here. But wait a minute. In Germany, they had plenty of enough different races and religions that they mastered the art of racism and anti-Semitism. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it didn't exist in Germany. It existed in a big, big, big way, and they got rid of it. So it's a little bit tougher question than perhaps we as Americans might think. But, we're going to poll on this as well. You get to decide on the TYT app. Piers Morgan says white people who use the N-word should be in jail. Is the use of the N-word grounds for time in the slammer? So far, 96% of you saying no, because you guys are also Americans.
Yeah, we already put away enough people for stupid reasons.
Yeah, oh my God, instead of arresting people for speech.
That's it. All of us are going to be in prison.
They're going to be like, yummy, yummy, yummy. You said something against a corporation. Corporations are technically people. I'm going to classify that as hate speech, and off you go to jail. So no.